One thing I want to address today is this alien thing. And somehow they're going to play into this. And I'll post a video link that somebody just passed to me, which does, you do not know how much technology that's being suppressed, so that when an alien shows up with really advanced technology, you will believe it. But it ain't true. It's impossible to be true. The only way it's true is because of the way you perceive your reality. You are looking at it from a flat view perspective. You once thought the world was flat and then you found it's round. It's not. It's extremely dynamic. The Mayan calendar suggests that 2012 is the end of time. That is not the end of the world. It's the end of the way you perceive your flat view reality. Now, some of the books, I've told you to listen to these tapes on holodynamics. One of the videos that I've already put in there truly explains it perfectly. What time is the distance between, like, the quantum world. If you look at the smallness of yourself, the cells that make up who you are, if you look at the very, very smallness of what's inside, the very smallness of every cell that builds who you are, science has found that is empty. It's just carrying spinners of information in water. Now, what they also find is that the bigness of the universe is identical. That's why you have horoscopes that can tell you who you are, because if you look at the mirror that shows you who you are, you can kind of predict what's going on with you. Planets are moving into this area and that area, and that's why this is about to happen. My mother was into horoscopes. You know, it guided me down. Like, I knew who I was because my mother kept reading these horoscopes about me, where my planets were, and, you know, that's the ancient study of the stars, because the stars will tell you who we are from the inside, deepest inside of ourselves, of who we are. It's like our mirror. Now, that's what time is the distance between the smallness of yourself to the bigness of universal of yourselves. And where we are right now, how you view your world is right in the middle of that. That you don't really understand the smallness of yourself, and you don't really understand the bigness of yourself. And it's the distance between those two realms that makes up time. And you can even see that time is definitely changed if you look at things from a quantum perspective. That just the observation of something changes something instantly. If you look within, you know, petri dish of something that's really small, you affect it, it changes instantly, faster than the speed of light. That's the speed of how things move in the smallness of everything. But if you go out into the bigness, it gets slower. So that's what time is that distance between the smallness and the bigness of ourselves, and we are right in the middle, which means the smallness of yourself, your soul, what makes you who you are, the thoughts you have, you know, everything that makes you who you are is reflected in this container, this body that you have. A lot of your thoughts, a lot of who you are makes up your eye color. It makes up how tall you are. You know, and that is your DNA. That is your coding of your soul, basically. And all of that everything that you're born with creates this cell, this vessel that enables you to interact within this time, within this distance. I don't know if that quite makes it easier for you to understand. So it's like, are there any aliens out there? There's as much aliens out in outer space as there is in every cell of your body. Does that make any sense to you, that there's going to be an alien that's going to arrive from every cell of your body? Because it's the exact same thing. It's impossible for there to be any aliens or anybody living on any planet, because it's like saying there's somebody living in your lungs, there's somebody living in your heart, they're going to just show up and save you. It ain't going to happen. It's totally impossible. The only way that it's impossible is if somebody can create an illusion within this time perspective for you to be fooled into something. But, I mean, if you really want to find an alien and you really want to find something that's going to save you, go into your quantum world. It's faster. It'll happen a lot faster. A lot more cooler shit happening within your cells than there is in that bigness, because it's really friggin' slow out there. So it's, do not buy into this alien thing. You know, it is only the way you are viewing your perspective. This galactic body is the container that holds the oneness of all of us together. And we are the epicenter of all of that. We change everything that's out there. It is a reflection of who we are inside of ourselves. It is our mirror. And everything that's happening in the quantum world that has the potential to change faster than light actually affects the bigness of our world. It changes the mirror out there. I mean, I can look in front of a mirror and see my reflection instantly. I put makeup on my face and look in the mirror. Guess what? My face changes instantly. That's how fast that instant mirror in our universe changes. As soon as we change within ourselves, because time is collapsed into one. There is no real difference. There is no distance between. It's only our view that makes that distance seem endless. So it is a really, really wild, wild world out there. There is something alien going on that you don't understand. And that's like, you know, when you die, what happens to you? Well, you don't really die. You know, your soul cannot die. Just the container that it lives in dies. But all of these people that ever existed are still here, and they're all happening all at the same time. It's just your illusion that something's gone from the past, because that's just time. And you have had an illusion of time. Some of the influences you have, one person can influence you. There is also energies that influence you. You know, spirits. If you don't die and you're still here without a container, they still are here influencing you. Have they learned what time is? No, because they're dead. This is where you learn about your experiences, is within this container. You kind of need this container to understand who you are and what your mission is and why we're here on the planet. You know the answer to everything? The only way you can find out the answer to everything, why we're here, everything, is because of this body container. You need to use this container to figure out that puzzle. And those that have passed on don't know, because they're dead. But they will influence you. There is a form of time traveling going on, that you can have these people that are dead in time, in the past, that can take over your body and you won't even know it. And that is seen through personality disorders. Where an entity takes over and they can literally shapeshift you. You can change the color of your eye, your voice, go check out Ramtha. She's being channeled through an entity from our past who appears really, really intelligent, but they don't know because they're dead. They don't know the answer yet because they're dead. But because they seem like geniuses, they're going to influence you. And so see how we're being influenced by these entities that have passed on, and